So today I thought I'd do something a little fun and take a look at everybody's least favorite Transformer, Wheelie. I've got a select of different Wheelies here. I believe I have one from every single incarnation of Wheelie they've ever made, which, as you can tell, isn't a lot. But looking at the newest one here, we have Studio Series Wheelie, which is probably my favorite one. If not my favorite one, pretty close to. At least in robot mode, I think he's my favorite. And then one that kind of borderlines my other favorite would be the Titans Return Wheelie. His robot mode may not be quite as good as the Studio Series, but I think this one has a better vehicle mode. Stand. Good job. Then we got the little non-transformer wheelie that came with Studio Series Grimlock. We have Generations wheelie. We've got, I believe, is GDO wheelie. And we have the precious G1 wheelie, which may be the most terrifying looking Transformer I have ever seen in my life. But going back to the Studio Series one, which is the primary focus today, the paint job looks amazing on him. I love the orange. He's got a little bit of kibble going down there. Comes with his little slingshot. He's got the pretty much basic articulation we expect anymore with the rotating 360 head. Head goes up a little bit, not too far down. Arms go all the way around. He's got elbows. Rotate. Arms go out that far, up that far. Legs can go about only that far back because of the giant butt. They can go pretty far forward. He's got knee. No ankle pivoting. And no waist. Too much junk in the trunk for the waist. But I think he's a pretty good looking little figure. Looking at some of the other ones here, the Titans Return one has some pretty decent articulation himself. Arms going about that far. Elbows. Legs can go a little farther back because he doesn't have the giant butt. Go forward. Knees. This one actually has a rotating waist. No ankle pivot either. His head can turn 360, but it does not go up and down. Well, I guess for transformation, you can go that far up. The Generations wheelie here. He's got a lot more kibble going on in the arms since each arm's about half a car. But you can still get a decent range of motion out of it. He has no elbows. His head doesn't turn. He has no waist. His legs can go that far forward without messing with the transformation joint. The legs can go about that far back. No ankle, but due to transformation, you kind of can get a back and forth motion out of the foot. This one's just a very okay wheelie. Almost feels like something you pick up from a Five Below. The Studio Series Grimlock wheelie here is pretty much stuck in a fixed position. You can get some movement out of the arms. He's got a removable slingshot. Head can move all the way around. Legs, but the knees are stuck in that position. Elbows are stuck in that position. He's really not meant other than to be an accessory for Grimlock, but he's got some pretty decent paint on him, I think. His eyes have a nice blue to it. And he looks just as annoying as he would be in the movie. Just sit there. This one was clearly meant to be somebody else. This is clearly Jazz with the door wings. He's still got the speakers attached to the doors. Legs got full motion. His giant feet can move up and down. About that far. It does have a waist. Arms can only I mean, they can, yeah, I guess they can move all the way around. Just kind of got to work around the wheels and the doors. Comes with a slingshot. Slingshot can double as a very poor looking gun. Bicep swivel, good old ball joints I like to pop off, and head can move all the way around. Now technically the Jazz mold, you're supposed to extend these feet out more. But he's Wheelie, he's supposed to be a small little guy, so I like leaving the foot collapsed a little bit. I think it just looks better. But we'll put the star back up here. I've never been a big fan of Wheelie myself. I found him annoying in the movie. He never did anything really interesting in the show. But as a toy, he's pretty fun. And he's come a long way from whatever that is. It's G1, I understand, but even for G1 standards, what am I looking at here? Well, let's get them transformed and see what they all look like in their vehicle modes. All right, now looking at this guy in his vehicle mode, I think, man, that just does not look real great to me. It's, I mean, I realize there's only so much you can do with Wheelie. I mean, the fists are just hanging out the back. Poor weapon stores, it just sticks down. This doesn't cover, doesn't go all the way down like I feel like it should. The front just doesn't look quite right. I just don't much care for this vehicle mode. For a studio series, I feel like this should have been so much better, because the robot mode looks fantastic. This vehicle mode, not it for me. Looking again at some of the previous versions vehicle modes, I love the Titans Return ones. I think that is a perfect Wheelie vehicle mode. And then, like, even with more play value, you can take a little Titan Master and you can put him in there and drive him. I love that. I think this one is it for me. The vehicle may not be as good as the studio series, or the robot mode may not be as good as the studio series, but the vehicle mode more than makes up for it. The transformation's fun. This one's transformation's super basic, even for me. This one doesn't come with a slingshot. That's about the biggest downfall I can find, and it doesn't have as much articulation. But this one, I like that one. This one's a good transformer too. This is a good Wheelie. It just doesn't have the vehicle mode that Wheelie should have. It is clearly meant to be somebody else. This is definitely supposed to be Jazz. But for all intents and purposes, it's fun. I love the orange. It doesn't look bad. It's fun. Again, this Wheelie, very simplistic. Definitely meant to be, I believe, to be somebody else. I don't remember who this one's a repaint of. It's not the greatest vehicle mode for Wheelie, since he's supposed to be more of a futuristic looking little car. Not so much an Earth mode car. But it's not bad. And of course, this one doesn't transform. And then this is G1 Wheelie. I think for G1, I think this vehicle mode's fun. It looks like him in the show. And I have no problems with the vehicle on this one. It's the robot mode that is horrifying. But going back to the star of today, I think this Wheelie misses the mark. I think it could be better. I mean, I feel like they just didn't even try with those hands just sticking out the back. The weapon sticking out because this doesn't want to go all the way down. This is one you definitely want to leave in robot mode and just never look at this one's vehicle again. But I figured looking at this overview of Wheelie today would be a little fun, since he's not everybody's favorite Transformer. He's annoying. The toys are so very hit and miss. But thanks for watching, and I'll see if we can't put up more videos more often.